Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today back in Misty Marsh. Right, where were we in the last episode? We were working in our Tasmanian Devil habitat over here. Now I'd done some steps, hadn't I, and moved them over here. So what I'm thinking with these is to do something down here. And it's going to involve a bit of landscaping as well. But I'm hoping what I can do is kind of make it a little bit higgledy-piggledy like this. So that's good. They can walk on it. It's always a good start. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit kind of all over the place. As long as they can get down it, that's the main thing. And then obviously I'll blend it with rocks. I don't think it's not dropping quite quickly enough, is it? I don't know. Let's keep going and see where we end up. Now I'm recording this episode before I've had any feedback on previous ones, so I have no idea if you like what I'm doing. I'm just going to have to keep going and hope. Which is fine, that's generally how I do these things. Right, yeah, that's... Okay, so it's fine. It's kind of what I want, but it's not quite in the right place, so that's fine, because what I can do is I can just blend all of that together and then get the whole lot just a little bit further back, kind of like this. Now that looks silly, but hopefully I can reveal it. Yes, it's not quite going to work down there because of the water. Hopefully I can sort that out as well. I have no idea how far back this went. Wow, that's quite a steep slope there, isn't it? But that's fine. I can work with this. I'm just going to see if I can get rid of that and then just expose this a bit and then get the water back in. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's just hide those edges there. I'll get rocks here to hide that edge, so that's all good. Okay. And then let's just see if I can just keep it going up the hill a little bit more. Always very tricky trying to do this sort of thing with terrain work. There we go. And then if I smooth this down, like so. Right, now let's just check where they can go. Good, they can go up and down there just fine. So then my idea was that this would then be like a cliff face here. So if we come into here and get our mossy rocks, let's go sort of like this. Okay, let's mix it up a bit. And I think a little bit more over here. And up here, let's try and really kind of flatten that bit off up there. So there's a really definite cliff edge there. Okay, let's just see what can they do now. Yeah, good. So they can get up here onto the rocks. They can't climb up and down them, so that's good. That's what I wanted. Good, and then that can all be decorated nicely. I will do a small bed area, which I'll probably do up there. So it won't be a shelter. Like I said before, I'm not doing shelters. Well, not in all the habitats anyway. It'll be in some, I dare say. But I think in this case, I will just get some bedding in. Like so. Just so they've got somewhere that they can lie down. Right, so this is all looking pretty nice down here. Actually, I need to just get rid of that long grass because that doesn't look good. So let's just get rid of all that. I might put some long grass back in, but for now, let's just get rid of it so I can see what I'm doing. Cool, so that's our little walkway down into the water. So we've still got to do some rocks down here. Obviously all of this at the back here needs to be hidden. So this is going to involve a whole load of these nice big chunky rocks here. I will have to kind of redo these because no doubt I will position some just slightly wrong. Obviously I don't want them poking through onto the pathway on the other side. That's the main thing. I don't mind that they're quite cliffy. I think they kind of need to be like that, although I will just try and use a few of these smaller ones as we get down towards the water. The main thing is just hiding this path edging that is poking through, because obviously it doesn't look good. And I guarantee as soon as I go and look out on the pathway, you'll see that all this stuff is poking through and it looks terrible. There you go. Hopefully I can fix that. Right, let's go with that for now. Let's come through here and have a look. Right. So I just want to make sure that all of these pieces are hidden. Oops. I think even that one is just poking through a tiny bit. I don't want anything showing through at all. So what I'll have to do then, once I've moved these, oh no, actually that one's fine, is then go back through the other side and use some small ones to hide all the little gaps. I wonder, yeah, that's fine, good. Yeah, the other way I could have done this was by using sort of the big flat rocks and making a flat edge, but it wouldn't have looked very good on the inside. That right, so that looks good on the outside. How are we looking on the inside? Yes, we got some gaps here, so let's get in here and try. I think actually, do you know what? I think I am going to have to use some of these. If I do an align to surface like this, I can just do these little edges like this, bring it in as much as I can before it pokes through. You see, and then I can just have this kind of as an edge, can't I? And I'll do a little bit of flipping. Again, let's just bring it as far in as I can. Doesn't look great, but I can disguise it with some foliage and I can hide some more stuff on this side of it as well. Very tricky doing this. Ooh, that looks good. Let's get that one in there. Yeah, I didn't plan it very well, really. I should have tried to hide the edge of the pathway a little bit better with the window pieces, but never mind, it's done now. So let's do the best we can. Okay, right, and then I'll come back through and let's get rid of this aligning because I don't like that really. I can just add on a few of these to kind of try to make it not look quite so fake. I think, see, this in particular here doesn't look good, does it? So let's just get some smaller pieces like this. Just breaks up that patterning a bit. Let's just double check. Nothing's showing through. No, that's good. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing at this end yet. Great. Okay, that looks good. Let's just detail a little bit more here. So let's. I'm going to go with rock right down this edge. Just make sure there's no sort of grass showing through, I think. Yeah, that's nice. So you just got a nice rocky edge to that pathway there. Cool, I like that. I'm going to assume that these guys will jump all over those rocks. Some of them, that's fine. I don't mind if they get up there because it means they're close to the people. Would be kind of cool, although, wow, he just disappeared. He just vamooshed. That's not good, is it? Oh, he's gone as well. Hang on. Come back. Where did you go, little guy? What are you doing down there? Hopefully that was just a random glitch and that won't happen again. Okay, good. I am happy with how that looks. I'm not happy with this edge here. That just needs a few more rocks here, doesn't it? Just to make this actually look like a solid edge. Oh wow, look at that, yeah. That's not a good look at all, is it? Let's just get that kind of blended in. Actually, let's go with this. Something like that. Good, good, good. They don't actually swim, do they? Which is fine, but it gives me an idea whether I could give them just like a little platform that comes out and goes into the water a bit. It could be kind of fun, couldn't it? Actually, that looks pretty good, just like that. And then I can just hide the bottom like this, because it's not like they don't need the space for swimming, so I might as well do that, and at least then it looks like they've got a reason for going down to the water and they can actually go right out into the water. Let's see if that actually is accessible. Yeah, look at that. Oh, actually it does say they can go right into the water. So maybe they can swim, they just haven't chosen to. But that's fine. I wanted to do some rock out there, and that acts like a slope into the water as well. So cool. Okay, that is looking good. Where are we here? I quite like that these rocks look like they could fall off at any moment. I don't mind that. I'm going to put some foliage up there, so that should be fine. Oh, they're all having a little nap. That's good. So what haven't we done? We haven't done this edge. So actually, with this barrier, I had a bit of a thought about this. So if I come to there, I wonder if I can lower this. Yeah, right down like that. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a wall. So this is obviously going to be like an artificial looking wall is the idea here. So I am going to use this, I think. it's going to go just above the height of the wall. Right, and I need it to be as accurately on this wall as it can be. So something like that. And that. And it's going to be double length like that. And then I'm going to bring it to here and cover this one as well. There we go. Right, so let's bring that in and get it connected up with that. So that's your artificial wall at the end. And now, yeah, let me just cover this little gap in here. So we'll get one of these at the end here, like so. Not worried about what I'm doing on this side yet, because I don't know. So then my idea along the top, because obviously it looks like they could just swim and come up over the top of that now, which is not what I want. So I was thinking of doing some stuff like this, looking like it's growing out of the wall, you know, kind of create a false top. I could even get one of these. Growing out the corner there. We could do some more of these. I might lean these a little bit in a minute. For now, I just want to kind of get them in. Make it look quite overgrown. Let's get another little fern on there. Now what have we got? I quite like this low bracken. If I can try and get some of this lower down stuff in. No, that's all too big. Let's stick with this one. Actually, no, that doesn't work, does it? It's a bit too wide. I need something as a kind of a layer of foliage. Along here. So those are good. You got, let's have a look, you got your ferns. Let's just tilt this one a bit. I quite like having these things a bit tilted as well. Right, okay, so let's, I'll tell you what, let's go Hoster again. This is what I used on the top, wasn't it? And it, look at that, yeah. So if I can have like a little layer of these kind of in these gaps. That's so nice. As a foliage plant, it doesn't get much better than that, I don't think, really. Nice. So there we go. So that's your barrier, which stops them escaping into the next habitat. I think that looks really nice, actually. I like that. Good. So I'm happy as with that as a barrier. I'll tell you what I might end up doing in here is having water coming through the wall, making it like it's cascading from there and then down through this wall somehow and coming out into another bit of water here. I've no idea. Just thinking out loud. Where are our animals? They haven't disappeared again, have they? There's one. There's two. We are missing one. No, we are not. He's down there. He's all good. Fine. So, structure-wise, am I happy with the structure? I think I probably am, yeah. No, I just need to get this end bit looking better, actually. Let's use this, this piece again. These make lovely end pieces for this kind of thing. I want to see the post, but I don't want to see too much else behind it. Let's just tilt that in, make sure it's touching like that. Good. Let's just check on our animals actually. Let's just make sure they can't get out. Are they swimming at all yet? No, they're very hard to spot. Good, they can't escape. That's the main thing. So we've got one there, one there, one there. Oh, and one down there. Climbing the steps. Great. I will get more in actually. I will do probably another 4. So we've got a decent number of them in there. Let's do let's do some foliage. Let's do one of my favourites, the big old fallen tree. I don't think I've ever done a waterfall without having a fallen tree hanging on it, because I just think it looks cool like that. I love it. It's such a simple thing and I just think it looks good. Every time you do it, it looks good. Actually, let's look at enrichment before I move on. Let's just see what we've got in here. In case there's something really cool. Okay, there's nothing big, which is good. Rubbing pad can go up here somewhere, hopefully. Ooh, I might just need to do something with that. Obviously, they've got to have a rubber duck down in the water. That goes without question. We'll give them a ball. I'll stick the ball here because otherwise it might easily disappear down in the water and they won't actually get to use it. We'll give them a food ball over here, which probably will end up going down into the water. Yes, it will. Okay. I don't think they're going to use it if it goes in the water, unfortunately. Good physics, though. Let's just see if I can squeeze it in here without it rolling into the water. Oh, look, he's using it. That's good. Yeah, good. There we go. So it's going to stay there. Great. Let's give them a food stick. Let's see if I can... Actually, this might work down on here. Or not, because it's going to roll into the water as well. How about the pumpkin down on here? Accessible, good. I should check these other ones really, shouldn't I? It doesn't always tell you, unfortunately. Okay, let's go. I don't want them to have a food stick. I'm probably going to have to do the food stick up by the entrance here, which is fine. I'll give them a little skittle feeder down here somewhere. I wonder if I hide that in here. I'm guessing it's going to kind of roll around a bit. Let's see where it ends up. Oh, it's going to go down into that bit of water. Well, that's fine. I reckon they can get that. It does say they can go over there. Oh, look, yes, they are swimming. Good. So they can. So hopefully that will give them a reason if that's over there. They're loving this pumpkin feeder. That's good. Do I need to give them anything else? I quite like the idea of a piñata. If I could maybe get a piñata up on here so that the guests can watch. Let's see. Okay, it says that staff can't go anywhere. What? Hang on. Right, traversable area for you. Actually says they have got shelter over there, which is interesting. Okay, it's saying that staff can't go anywhere. Fine. Well, I'm going to hope that they can get there because the animals can get there. I reckon the staff can jump, can't they? I don't know, actually. Let's just keep an eye on it and see. Oh yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that's going to work. But hey ho. The other thing actually was a food tray. And where I want to try and put a food tray. I'm tempted to do it right up at the entrance. Actually, no, that's clearly not going to work. Or here somewhere. And that massively messes that up, doesn't it? I wonder, can I do a food tray on there? No, that looks terrible. Yeah, food tray is not really going to work there, is it? I could get a food tray kind of up there. Let's see if that works, and then I can do a little bit of work with this. I just need to smooth this, really, don't I? Like that. Let's see, that's still accessible. That's accessible. Yeah. I did call. Do you know what? I don't think that's going to work there. Maybe I'll try and do it there. It's definitely going to work there, isn't it? If I call a keeper. Actually, do you know what? I probably haven't increased their... No, I haven't increased their food quality. That's no good, is it? Let's at least name them Tasmanian Devil. Let's just do this because I always do. Because I'm a creature of habit. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's your enrichment done. I would like to do an education point as well for these guys. Ah, it can't go on a slope. That's tricky, isn't it? I guess we could do it right there. And they can throw food from there. Wow. Okay, let's go with that. And let's start at January, as I always do. Okay, that's good. Right, so foliage, let's go. What's the time? I haven't got my clock going today. My half-hour timer clock is not going. It's I use my phone and it's charging in the other room at the moment. So I'm just looking at the clock, which is on the wall behind me, which makes things really awkward. Right, foliage. Let's do a bit of this. So let's start small. Now, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use these, and I'm going to do a line to surface because I think on bits like this, you know, you're going to need foliage here, but it needs to be angled with the ground. Otherwise, it's going to look very silly. So yeah, let's try and make this quite dense with this stuff. Let's get some up on here. Don't mind if it's connected to the group. Don't want to go over the top, but at the same time, it's a tropical zoo, so you do need quite a lot of this kind of stuff. Got to make sure that the angles are sensible, of course, because sometimes you try and put these things on a line to surface and you end up with them at bizarre angles like that. So yeah, I'm hoping this, oh actually I don't need them attached to the group. I'm hoping I can really go a bit crazy with this stuff, because it, you know, you want it to look really nice and full up. Oh, there goes the ball. That's fine. If it gets stuck, it gets stuck. It'll work itself out in the end. Lovely. I love these ferns. They're just perfect for this kind of environment. Okay, don't want to go too crazy, but a certain amount of crazy is good. Lovely. Right, now I don't think I can really fit stuff like this in. Or can I? I probably can. Hang on, that's the big one, so this is the small one. I do like the idea of having one. How does that look? It doesn't quite look right, that, does it? I wonder if I could get one maybe at the back here. Let's see if I can. No, hang on, wrong one. How does that look? See, that looks a bit better back there, doesn't it? Probably not up here, although, ooh, I don't know. I might be able to squeeze one in just back here. Yes, that looks good. Now, I definitely think I could get a few of these in. And of course I'm going to have to check the whole traversable area stuff, because I don't want anything blocked. And I've got to check the eyesight of the guests as well, because again I don't want them not being able to see in. That looks pretty cool. Maybe a little baby one in here. No, I don't want this to look too overgrown actually. I do feel like I could do some bracken growing down in here. Obviously some of it needs to be left fairly exposed so that you can see them walking around. You don't want them hidden all the time. I'll just get a little bit up on these rocks actually. I think that might look nice. Right, so let's just have a look from in here. So yeah, it's because you want to be able to see them, but not too much. Do you know what? These rocks are kind of blocking the view quite a lot actually, aren't they? But sometimes that's what these habitats are like. You're not meant to be able to see the animals all the time, because the animals do need their privacy. I hadn't intended for these rocks to be quite sticking out so far, but I don't mind it actually, because hopefully you'll still get glimpses. Certainly, you know, if you stood there, you're going to get to see them a bit walking around, aren't you? Yeah, not as much as I would like. Okay, so I've got a decision to make here. I mean, there is a choice that I could make where I could bring a path along the back side here, so you can actually stand here and look into the habitat. That's not the worst idea in the world, actually. Let's just see if I could bring something in like this. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I think I can work with that, because then at least you can stand here and look right up into the habitat, and you've still got this nice barrier here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to work with that. I tell you what, I'm just wondering whether getting the railings on here might be a good idea. Makes a nice edge, doesn't it? That's really good, actually. I think that looks really nice. Yeah, I can definitely work with that. And then I can, this can just be filled in. This looks fine as it is. Obviously there's a bit of a gap, but that's not a problem because you've got the railing on. And then it means you can, whatever comes into this habitat here as well, can then be seen from there as well, which is kind of cool, because if I do some raised land here, I can have some water coming around here potentially. I wonder what it lets me do with water here already. Yeah, so I can get water like that already, which is good. So it depends what animal I decide to put in here and how much water they need. Yeah. Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Right, so big trees are now in here as well, which are the big old silver ferns. I'm just going to get rid of the alignment because I want to get some of these at the back here. I love these as a backdrop up the back of this. I think maybe even up on top of this waterfall here. It looks a little bit too perfect actually, that at the moment, so let's just get a couple of these just leaning a little bit, kind of bring them in, bring them down, just that little bit of variety in them. Yeah, that looks much nicer, doesn't it? I think that's too tall. Let's bring this one in like that. Cool. Now, do I want any of these in the habitat? I don't think I do. I think they're just going to be too big, aren't they? Yeah, they're going to be too big. Okay, right, where are we for time? Oh, we've gone past the half hour. Never mind, it's fine. Right, I'm really happy with how this habitat is looking now. Let's just find one of our Tasmanian Devils and just check their heat maps. Good, they can still go everywhere. That's what I wanted. Fantastic. So I'm pretty happy with that. I may do a little bit more depending on what I come up with between now and the next episode. But yeah, I think that's looking really nice actually. I'm glad I did this at the end here. But yeah, there we go. So I don't know when I'll do some more recording, probably tomorrow. So this episode will be going out, what is it, Monday? I think this one will go out. I'm recording this the previous Tuesday, so I'm starting to get a bit ahead of myself now, which is really good. And yeah, so by the time you watch this, I will have done more recording. So who knows where we'll be. But yeah, I'll probably do a habitat next door next. Then come up here and start thinking about what I'm doing on these branches and around here and this building and all sorts. So yeah, let's just leave it there for now. So thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you're enjoying the new series. Let me know if you've got anything that you want me to do in this zoo in particular, and if you've got anything else you want to say at all, just leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for your time, thanks for your support, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.